This is James and Alaz presenting our program called God Quest.
This is our game. We created it using Visual Basic, C++, and we wanted
Visual Basic or C++?
both.
Wow.
You see? We used, and we wanted to make our game sort of like a story game to make it more fun and more enjoyable to the player. So we have a bunch of animations throughout, and yeah, I guess we'll start explaining the code. Oh, by the way, it's 1,000 lines of code. For those of you watching at home.
So we open up with the basic iostream.h. We use that for input and output. We use ctime with some of the functions like generating random numbers and stuff. Standard lib, the standard library we use for colors and for system CLS to clear the screen. We also use apstring.cpp to use string and allow the user to input string. And then we use conio for the command called getch, so the user can input a number that's not displayed on the screen.
It starts here on int main. That's what the program reads first. And the first line of code you see there is system color for F. This sets the color of the window, as you see right here, to a red background and a white text. And the second line here, sran times 0, this allows for us to have a random number generator, or else all the random numbers, which I'll explain later on, won't be we won't be able to use them. And these are all integers we define. I guess as I progress through the code, I can explain what each of them does. So right here,
We have the title plus a opening icon with two swords crossed, and then it prompts the user to press any key to start, and then from there it says press 1 to play, where the user can press 1 to play or press 2 for the instructions and story of the game.
the way this works is get ch with the two parentheses. That gets a keyboard input from the user, and system CLS, it clears the screen for you, and that's used for both of them. So I guess I'll show you here. So it says press to start, so I'll press any key on the keyboard and it clears the screen and it puts the other our little box here, and if we do that the same, then it'll do the same thing.
So then we have the story. We'll show you that when we run the code and the instructions.
Box and stuff.
Good. Then we have our storylines. We'll show you that when we run the code.
This is a ginormous conditional statement. It's huge. And this is what we do to start the game.
Go to where they pick these stuff.
Um,
So the user can either choose to, they'll be against an AI, and they'll either choose to attack with the weapon they have at hand, to either heal themselves with magic, or to use a special attack, which is a combination of attacking and healing themselves at the same time. Once the user defeats an opponent, they can go to the store and buy from a multitude of items, such as an attack gem or a heal gem, which they can use later on.
Yeah, because every time you defeat an opponent, you gain 100 coins, and you also progress 1 in difficulty, another added feature, because we really didn't want us to the user to just keep on fighting the same guy, so we increased the difficulty, so the opponent, the computer, the artificial intelligence, it increases in difficulty.
Well, I have a question. You have a random number generator.
Yes, sir.
Is that used in order to determine what
What happens is
monster or what thing you have to battle
Let
against?
me explain. What happens is where it shows how the user can choose from the attack, heal, or
Right
another
here.
ability. Based on what they press, it generates a random number. Say you heal, it generates between say 20 and 1, and between that's how much you get healed. And we also use it for the AI, where it chooses between 1 and 3, and those are the abilities it can do.
It's like your user, and you have these options: attack, heal, and let's say I want to attack. So then it generates a random number from 1 to 30, which is this code right here. It says UA, which is the integer we define for the user's attack, and this %30 plus 1 generates a random number from 1 to 30, and that's how much I'm going to attack the computer by. And then if we scroll down after the user's turn, and it gets really complicated when you have all this stuff right here. The computer, if the computer attacks, which we'll go over later how it decides to attack, then it does the same thing. It generates a random number from 1 to 30, and they attack us.
Yes,
which
but
is why it's artificial intelligence.
As the difficulty increases, as you can see, the attack becomes greater, and so does the heal and the special attack.
All right, but let's go back up because we didn't explain.
And then with the attack,
So these are attacks, and
with the attack, as you go to the store, you can buy other swords, and once you get greater swords, your attack also increases, which is shown here as sword yield.
I think it's a good time to do this because they really have no idea what we're talking about here. So we'll demonstrate. So press 1 to play and press 2 for instructions. So we'll press instructions. I pressed the 2 key and it got us to the instructions. This is basically a story. So, I mean, you guys can read that in your fun, free time. And it explains what to do in the game. Press any key to continue. Again, I press any key and press to play. All right. So another storyline. And this is basically the page you use to fight your opponent. So as you can see, it says difficulty is 0. And I have 5 options here. I don't have an attack gem and a heal gem yet because I haven't defeated an opponent and I haven't bought anything in the store. So let's say if I do that, it says you do not have any attack gems, select a different move. So, you see. So I only have 3 options from the start: attack, heal, or special. So let's attack. And this is the thing right here. Yeah, we attacked, and it says you attacked and caused 5 damage, and that generated a random number from 1 to 30, and it happened to be 5. So as you can see, our health is 100 because the computer hasn't attacked us yet, and the computer's health is 5 because both of them start off of 100 and 100 minus 5.
So now it's the computer's turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
What happens is you go first and then the computer goes. And as you also notice, what I want to point out with the healing is 1 concrete number, but as the difficulty goes up, that number increases, but it's always the same every time.
The way the computer decides, like, if it's going to attack, heal, or use a special, it's right here, C decision. So it generates a random number from 1 to 3, so it can either be 1, 2, or 3, and we set it if this random number is a 1, then the computer is going to attack, and right here, if it's a 2, then it's going to heal, and if it's a 3, right here, it's going to use a special. So here it picked a random number from 1 to 3, and it got a 2, and that's why it healed, and it gained, it went back to its original health, because you can't have more than 100. And then I'm going to keep on attacking. I want to show you guys what happens at the end of a game, of a level, a difficulty. So this might take a while because I can barely beat my games at times. Alright. Okay, so I kept on attacking him. As you can see, it says you won. You gain 100 coins, and that's how many coins I have. And it prompts an option. Do you want to play again? And no, let's go to the store.
And also, as the difficulty increases and you beat your opponent, the amount of coins you gain also increases. So here's the store. You have 3 swords to choose from based on how many coins you have. There's a fire sword, which costs 200 coins. Then you have the attack gem, heal gem, and you have armor, which will increase your overall health.
So since we only have 100, Mr. Mel, do you want an attack gem or a heal gem?
I'll take a heal gem.
A heal gem. Okay. So we press 5. You see this animation here? It says you bought a heal gem. So do you want to play again? Yes, obviously we want to play again. So press the play. And it has another storyline, so it continues the game. So the user it is not just like pressing keys. So we're against the giant, and as you can see, the difficulty goes to 1. So our opponent, the random number now is from 1 to 40 instead of 1 to 30, so the computer can, there's a greater chance that he's going to attack us with more power. So attack, I'm gonna attack. Let's wait until the computer attacks us. Okay, he attacked us and he caused 11 damage on us. So our health is 89. So since Mr. Morale bought a heal gem, and we healed and gained 30 life, so our health is back to 100.
And also,
Oh, so the max is 100.
yes.
You
Yeah.
can't go past.
No, there is
until
this.
you get armor. then
There's
you
a
go
piece
to
of
that.
code right here. Let me try to find it. Okay, H. It's right here. So if the user's health after you heal, if it goes greater than 100, then it subtracts. This part,
It subtracts the difference of that and 100.
and then adds it back onto that. So
Yeah.
it only can go up to 100 and it can't go further on. Or else like,
And that's normal for these are these games.
yeah, I don't think, because when we first tried it, it would go up to like 300 health and that it would be hard to
It'd take
defeat.
forever, yeah.
So, so this, if we lose, alright, let me lose. So let me, I can't really do it purposely because it's random numbers. So I'll try, okay, look, I lost there. So the computer won.
And then you don't get any coins, but the next time you play, the difficulty goes back one, so it's easier.
So it's easier for you. So do you want to play again? Yes. So we were at difficulty 1 before, and then it goes back to the storyline you had before. 'cause
Which is difficulty 0.
Yes.
and difficulty is 0 until so
Show me the boss.
we'll get there. We'll get there. So here, all of this is what the user does. Yeah, up to here, that's the user's decisions. And then starting here is the computer's decision. As I explained before, it picks a random number from 1 to 3. And it does it's basically the exact same thing. So this is if the computer wins, as James explained, difficulty -1. And this is if you win, then you get coins depending on what difficulty you have. These are the options. So let's say we selected 3 for the store, then it displays this neat little box here, and depending on your options you have different animations, all these gems. And now, so I guess I'll explain the cheats because I can't go to the boss level now.
Okay.
So we have different sort of hacks, as you can call it, or cheats, code words that you can use to it was basically for us because we couldn't defeat our own game, so we had to try to find a way to like, so one of them is God, and that gives you like a sword with, in one shot I killed him. And so I'll play again.
Another one is potato, which we made for Pato.
Oh.
It instantly kills.
Mo money.
Oh, never mind.
It gives us like 100,000 coins. And potato, it finishes the game for you. So you see how many coins we have right there, like
And
100,000.
it says welcome, Pato?
Yeah. See, it's hacking the system, artificial intelligence, and it goes. And since we
Are
have,
there any Easter eggs that that you see some fancy graphic pop up?
uh,
No,
we did not. But if you have 100,000 coins, you could buy armor, which increased. So now your maximum health is 120. You bought armor. Let's play again because I think.
What is a dark sword?
it's just.
I'll buy it for you. I'll buy it for you. Look at this.
Well-
Attack right here. Let's go to the store. You want a dark sword?
Yeah.
Mr. Morale, I got you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and
That's
basically
a
we
dark
just have a picture for each sword, and based on which sword you pick, it has.
Is that Pato's
rating.
face there?
Yeah.
We tried. We
You buy the
tried.
third sword? Buy the third sword.
We tried. The third sword? Alright, but I think a large set of doors. In order to complete your quest, you must defeat the guardian. Okay, this is difficulty 3. It's the last difficulty before like a boss level. So oh my god, the dark sword doesn't really work well. You know what? I'm gonna get my god sword and attack him. And now, since you defeated difficulty 3, there's an option right here. It says boss, and if you want to go to the boss level, you press 4, and if you just want to keep on playing and, like, you know, defeat the same guy over and over again, you can press yes. But I think we want to go to the boss level. So it says continue. You have ventured into the dragon's lair. Are you ready? Yes, we are ready. It says boss level. So I want to point out that the boss basically has like 10,000 health. So it takes some time to defeat him, even
Yeah,
with
but-
my god sword.
You know, it'd be funny if once you enter the boss level and it says, "Are you ready to enter the dragon's lair?" And then as an Easter egg, type Leroy Jenkins, and then it brings you back down to like 0 health again. That would have been funny.
So I defeated him with my god sword.
And
You
then it
beat
just displays
you beat the boss. You
completed
completed
this
the god quest, and then I press any key, and we have like a
And
little
then-
credits.
Yeah, the credits, and then it shows the best sword you beat.
Yes, best sword, and then it ends it.
And then if you
Okay.
lost, it would have said you died, and it would just close out. the
So
program.
I'll explain the boss level. I think it's
It's all the way at the bottom.
yeah. Most of this code is almost the same thing because we have it's the same sort of procedure. It's right here. So the boss level starts here, and this is if you have a difficulty of greater than 3. So then it does the same thing as above, except your opponent is now called boss. And then also his health is much greater. And if you died, then you had to start the game all over again. If not, you beat the game.
And also, it uses the same thing where it says exit failure, where it just exit out of the program. It doesn't return any data. What
Right.
happens is that's the same thing when it gives you the option to either play again, go to the store, or just close the program. You hit 2, and it just exits out of the program.
Okay.
And then return 0 is because we finished.
Okay, very good.
Questions?
Outstanding program. Very good. Okay, questions or comments?
No.
Questions or comments? Okay. Okay, hit Alt P, Alaz. Very good, gentlemen.